For WTSA News and Brattleboro Community Television, this is Ian Kelly. Here are some of the stories we're following on this Wednesday, February 6th. Vermont State Police say they need to do a better job of reporting hate crimes. Vermont law enforcement agencies voluntarily reported 34 hate crimes in 2017. Vermont State Police initially reported 0. State Police Lieutenant Gary Scott now says 5 or 6 incidents state police investigated that year should have been labeled as having a biased motivation. Scott says police previously wouldn't classify an incident as a hate or bias crime without knowing the motive. Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy has reintroduced legislation to combat anti-competitive practices used by some brand name pharmaceutical and biologic companies to block entry of lower-cost generic drugs. The Creating and Restoring Equal Access to Equivalent Samples Act would deter pharmaceutical companies from blocking cheaper generic alternatives from entering the marketplace. The Congressional Budget Office has estimated that the bill would result in $3.9 billion in a net decrease in the federal deficit. New Hampshire health officials say they're seeing an increase in hepatitis A cases over the past 3 months, and they're concerned about the start of an outbreak. The Department of Health and Human Services says they have seen 13 people diagnosed with acute hepatitis A infections over that time, including 7 in January. That compares to an average of 6 to 7 people annually over the past 5 years. 5 cases have been found in Hillsborough County, 3 in Rockingham County, 3 in Strafford County, 1 in Cheshire County, and 1 in Merrimack County. A new study from the University of Vermont says snowmobile riders in Vermont are taking notice that fewer days are good for riding. The number of days with more than an inch of snow in Vermont has dropped from 130 in 1960 to 75 today. The study surveyed over 1,400 members of the Vermont Association of Snow Travelers and found that 45% have noticed a decline in the amount of time they are able to ride snowmobiles. Lead author Elizabeth Perry says a third of the respondents have decreased the amount of time they spend in Vermont as a result. In WTSA sports, Jason Tatum scored 25 points, Gordon Hayward added 18, and the Boston Celtics beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-96 Tuesday night for their 5th straight win, despite missing all-star guard Kyrie Irving. Boston next hosts LeBron and the Lakers Thursday night, tip-off at 8 p.m. Patrice Bergeron celebrated his 1,000th career game with a pair of goals as the Boston Bruins beat the New York Islanders 3-1 last night. The Bruins are at the New York Rangers this evening, face-off at 8 p.m. Locally in high school boys basketball, Brattleboro beat Woodstock Union last night 59-44. For WTSA News and Brattleboro Community Television, my name is Ian Kelly.